Hello Sagittarius and welcome to my channel. I am Ivy Rose with Creatively Ivy Rose Oracle Readings. Now this is a general reading for all of my Sagittarius out there, so it may resonate with you, but it may not. But if it does, please like and subscribe, as that'll help me to pick up on all of your energy for future readings. Now all of the Oracle decks that I have will be here on my table, but there will also be links in the description below where you can find and purchase each one. And I do also offer personal readings, so the link to my Etsy will also be listed below. All right, just a couple of small announcements. So first, I do have a little kitty here who has some really bad allergies. So if you hear anything in the background, it's probably her sniffling and stuff. So if anybody has any suggestions on herbal remedies or anything that could possibly help out her allergies, please let me know in the comments below. That would be so helpful. And second, as you can see, the camera angle has kind of shifted upward a little bit because I was getting some feedback that the camera angle wasn't allowing people to see my shuffle, and that's disappointing because the shuffle is very interesting because of the way that the cards fly out. So I had to shift it a little bit. So if anybody has any positive feedback, any suggestions, any comments, please also put them below as well. I am very open to them as this channel is still budding and blooming, and I'm very excited to see what you all have to say. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get going with your mid-month check-in, Sagittarius. All right, the first deck that we are going to be using is the Beyond Lemuria Oracle deck. Beautiful deck, very nice size. Look at the beautiful artwork on the front of each card. And the back has the descriptions on them, so it makes it a lot easier to use these cards. Okay, Spirit, what do we have for Sagittarius for their mid-month check-in? Anything else for my Sagittarius for the October mid-month check-in? Anything else? All right, I guess that's it. Oh my goodness, look at the front. Whoa, this is such beautiful artwork. Amazing. All right, so we have Journey to Wholeness. Here is the front. I'm still gauging where to hold the cards so that you guys can see them. Let me know if you can see them below, okay? And here's the back. Feel free to pause at any time to see what the card has to say before I read it, okay? All right. Love from a sense of wholeness. We may have concepts of others that are not really who they are due to subconscious projections or ideals. We could have the idea that we will feel better about ourselves when we achieve a goal or status. This takes us out of the present and puts conditions on love. Hold the vision that you and others are already perfect. Thus, we can heal through the transformative power of acceptance. Acknowledge the full spectrum and bring any fractured parts back to the present moment. Here, we are whole and empowered to step into the brightest version of ourselves. So, universe is calling you now to feel that wholeness energy coming forward. Instead of feeling like you are fractured and you're not the best version of yourself, remember that at this moment in time, you are the perfect version of yourself for this point in time right now and the things that you are going through, okay? There is no part of you that is missing. There is no part of you that is imperfect to the point where you have to get on yourself over and over and over and beat yourself over the head with your imperfections, okay? These things are what make us who we are and what make us beautiful, along with other people. So the name of the game here is no judgment with yourself or with anyone else. Don't create these stories around yourself or other people that make you feel less whole than what you are, that make them feel less whole than what they are, because that's not being accepting of yourself at the point that you are right now, and not being accepting of another person in their form of growth and in their form of who they are at this point in time, okay? And the more that you call in this wholeness energy, the more that it's going to start presenting itself, okay? So remember not to be judgmental of you or others. Don't bring these concepts up when it comes to others, because that makes people feel like, dang, I'm working on myself and I'm trying to be the best version of myself that I can be, but this person, all they see are the things that I haven't done and the things that I cannot offer, and that makes you feel less than what you should feel like. And you wouldn't want somebody doing that to you right now. And if someone is, I would urge you to let them know, hey, listen, I'm doing my best to not form this story around you and not to be closed-minded when it comes to you. So I would appreciate it if I could get the same in return. Okay? Just to remind that person, oh crap, yeah, I've been doing that and that's not correct, and I need to be better with that. Okay? So this will help you to transform. It will help you to accept, instead of looking in one way or the other, that black and white tendency that we tend to look through, that lens that we tend to look through. This allows you to look through a full spectrum and bring those parts of yourselves that you're missing back to you, so that you can feel this wholeness within yourself again. You can be the brightest and best version of yourself that you would like to be and that you would like to grow into. Okay? So, journey to wholeness. That's a great way to start, Sagittarius. Okay, so the next deck that we are going to use is Wisdom of the House of Night. Now, I think I was intuitively brought to use this deck because it is spooky season. As you can see, it is a lot darker when it comes to the color and the artwork, not the vibes. We don't do any dark vibes here, okay? And, that also, it made me bring my beautiful little Scully out to play for the Halloween spooky season. Okay, Angel, I see that you want some attention. But she's here. She wants to be seen. I don't remember if this is Dragon's Blood or Bloodstone. I think this is Dragon's Blood, though, because I remember that Bloodstone is a little darker and only has little fleckitos of red. So comment below if you know exactly what this is. But either way, she's beautiful. She wanted to come out and play for Halloween, so I was like, okay. All right, without further ado, let's go ahead and get some cards for you, Sagittarius. All right, Spirit, what do we have for Sagittarius from this deck? Oh yeah, see, there's already a lot of energy in here. So let's go ahead and see if anything willingly pops out, because this deck has been holding back. All right, anything else? Oh my goodness. Anything else, Spirit? Anything else that you would like Sagittarius to know at this time? All right. Bottom of the deck, playful. It's time to be playful, Sagittarius. You've been taking yourself and life too seriously. You can't do that. It's time to play. That's what gets those positive creativity juices flowing, or creative juices flowing. All right, so we have Grove and Risk. Ooh, interesting. Let's read Grove first. So this is what we have for Grove. That's what that looks like. I hope you guys can see it clearly. Number 21. Let's see what we got. I, Nyx, the goddess of night, invite you to my grove to heal your wounds and mend your heart. Now is the time to apologize to anyone you have harmed, make your friendships whole again, and choose healing over anger and pain. Choosing my beautiful grove is a powerful sign that you are at a wondrous and strong time in your life. Show compassion and kindness to others. No one is perfect, yet imperfection is perfect as it is. Let me read that again. No one is perfect, yet imperfection is perfect as it is. Sorry, I'm reading that really weird, but anyway. If you are hurting, know that it will pass and that I watch over you. If someone you love is hurting, take the time to be there for this person. The sacred grove heals all aches and pains, especially a heart that has been wounded. So these two go hand in hand. Some Again, this might not resonate with all of you, so take it how it does, but some of you are dealing with some kind of a relationship. It might not be romantic, it doesn't have to be romantic, it could be platonic as well, but Spirit is telling me to tell you guys that some of you are dealing with this relationship that has been very tumultuous and has been kind of weird lately, you know, and it's time to heal that now. It's time to get out of your ego, get out of your head, get out of that, oh, you're imperfect because of this, that, and the third, and, you know, the blame game, and, you know, putting out that energy, that judgment energy that I was talking about earlier. Now is the time to heal. Now is the time to show compassion to this person and to yourself. Universe is telling you right now, it's time to heal these relationships. Now is a big, for a lot of the readings that I've been doing, a lot of what has been coming through has been a strong sense of healing energy. Right now, we all have things within ourselves that we need to heal, relationships that we have to heal with others. And for you specifically, it is a relationship. Again, some of you might not be dealing with that, so again, take it how it resonates. But for a big majority of you, there is some relationship that you are dealing with that needs to be mended, needs to be healed. And remember to release all judgment. If you or the other person is hurting, remember that it will pass. Be here for each other. Make sure that the person knows that you're there for them in their healing process, and you know, that will promote them to want to be there for you during yours as well. So apologize wherever that is due. Make your relationships whole again, and it is a choice to heal. It is a choice to get out of that survival mechanism, that coping mechanism, to want to hang on to pain and to want to hang on to what the ego wants. Let that go, because that is not going to help you at this time. Release that and allow the healing energy to flow, especially in whatever relationship it is that you're dealing with, because it needs to be done. And that will create so much more peace in your life right now. With the whole playful thing, there's been a lot going on with you, Sagittarius, where things have been very much weighing down on you, and it's time to heal that. It's time to stop taking life so seriously, which will allow that healing energy to be present in your life in every aspect, and especially in this relationship. And this is all to help you and to help this process move much more swiftly for you, but you have to be willing to do it and accept what comes from that. Okay? And risk number 31. This one, I'm very interested to know what this one says. Let's see. My child, you have come to a place where you are being asked to take a risk and try something new and different. Rather than worry about how things will turn out, why not take a leap of faith? No matter what happens, something important will be experienced. This is a sign that you can prove something to yourself, and when you accomplish it, you will be proud that you did. Another meaning here is to ask yourself about your next action. Is it worth the risk that you're taking? If the answer is no, then don't do it. If yes, I will give you the wings to fly and will catch you if you fall. This symbol also brings a gentle warning. Your risk shouldn't be motivated by boredom. This is a symbol of consequences as well as courage. Wow, that one was really, really deep. So let me do my best to interpret that section by section. So this is a time, Sagittarius, that you are being called to look at whatever risk that you have been called to take, or maybe you are being called to take a risk in order to switch something up in your life, or in order to move forward on a certain endeavor or down a certain path. So for some of you, that's going to be that you have been debating taking a risk, and this is the universe telling you to do it, to go for it. Of course, don't do something that's going to, what's the word I'm looking for? Don't do something that's going to negatively impact you by taking said risk. Okay? Do it only if you feel like it is going to be a positive thing for you. And even if it gets a little wonky at times, remember that you're safe and the universe always has your back. And sometimes things just have to be looked at from a different perspective in order for that risk to go in the way that you wanted it to go. Okay? So this is also asking you to be in touch with your intuition and to really figure out if this risk is worth what you're doing to take it. If you start getting that feeling in your gut, like, I think about this and I'm not really comfortable with it. And not because you want to stay complacent. There is a difference between your higher self giving you a warning because it's not for your highest good, and you not wanting to do it because you are comfortable and want to stay complacent. Y'all, this fly has been bothering me this whole time. I'm going to get it after this. But anyway, so there is a difference between those two things, and you have to figure out which one that is, and make sure that if it is the former, that it's a no, and that if it's the latter, that it is you giving yourself that push to take that risk. Okay? And finally, don't just do it because you're bored, because life has become stagnant, because sometimes we do need those times of stillness to deal with the things that we're dealing with, so that then we are more prepared to deal with the highs and lows when they come. So make sure that you're doing this for an intended purpose, and not just because, oh, I need something to happen, because that's not always a great route to take either. So again, whichever one of those resonates with you, take it for what that is. But there's a risk that you're being presented with, and you have to decide whether or not it is worth it, and whether or not you're going to follow through with it so that your life can go in a specific direction for you. Okay? And finally, we have seen this deck before, Messages from Spirit. So let's go ahead and get some messages from Spirit for Sagittarius. What do we have for Sagittarius for the mid-month check-in for October? What advice do we have for Sagittarius? Okay. Let's do a couple more. Anything else that you would like to tell Sagittarius at this time? More. Anything else you would like to tell Sagittarius at this time, Spirit? I feel like there's something else in this deck that's for you, Sagittarius, so bear with me. All right, bottom of the deck. Refocus your energy to attain your goal. Try meditation to center yourself. All right, there goes that energy, refocusing that energy, whether that means the risk or not. Something needs to be refocused in your life, Sagittarius. You know what that is for you. The universe is communicating to you through signs and synchronicities. Note what you're doing or thinking about when they appear. So universe is telling you right now to be open to the signs and synchronicities that it's trying to send you, because that is what's going to help push you further along with your journey at this time. Those are the things that are going to give you those confirmations of the things that you are feeling and seeing and experiencing. So be open to the universe communicating to you through those signs and synchronicities, because that is going to be very crucial and very helpful for you at this point in your journey. Okay? Your family loves you and can offer the support you seek. So I just said this in one of my other readings. Remember what the definition of family means, because I don't want to be exclusive with saying that it is just blood relatives, because some people don't have family. They don't have blood relatives, at least not on this plane of existence. They might be passed on. They might not have ever known their families. So family does not need to just be blood. It can be a group of friends. It can be whoever has proven themselves to be those familial relationships for you. Take that how it resonates. It could be friends. It could be a significant other. It can be your actual family, your blood relatives. But regardless of that, those certain people are willing to offer and can give you the love and support that you need right now to move forward in this process of your journey. Okay? You have to be willing to receive that as well. Ask for help when you need it. Make sure to talk to your familial relationships about the things that you're going through. Get advice, Make sure that you embrace the help that they have to give because they want to help you. But nobody can help you unless you ask and unless you say, hey, listen, I've got this going on with me. Can you help me out? All right? Never be ashamed to ask when you know you need. And although you don't see it, there is a divine plan at work here. All right, good. We're ending off with something really, really sweetly positive. So remember that no matter what you're going through, whether it is perceived as good or bad, or whatever the situations are that you are experiencing right now, nothing happens to you. Everything happens for you and your highest good. Remember to shift that perspective when you start feeling down in the dumps about the things that you're going through, okay? Remember that even if you cannot see it, you can't see what's ahead, and you can get a little worried sometimes. When you feel that emotion start to creep into your life, make sure that you remind yourself, this is happening for my greatest good. Everything happens for a reason. Nothing is coincidence. This was meant to happen, and it is part of a divine plan that is at work for my life. All right? All right, Sagittarius, that is what I have for you for your mid-month check-in, and I will see you at the beginning of November. Okay? Bye-bye.